I'm sorry for any background noise. I'm currently at a hotel on vacation, and this was the best I could do, so I am sorry for that. But my topic for my speech is, how did Tesla change the automobile industry? And a fun fact you might not know about electric cars is that they have actually been around for a very long time. By a very long time, I mean the 1800s. They were first introduced back when gas cars were introduced, and manufacturers went towards gas cars because they were easier to access. Gas was easier to get at the time, and they didn't know 250 years what gas would be doing to the world and how it's basically destroying our ozone layer and destroying our planet. But that was not known at the time, and society went towards gas cars. But you see that switch coming from Tesla. When Tesla first released their first car in 2008, no one was really talking about it. It was an electric car, but society was focused on their cars, their gas cars. It was working well, they were paying for gas, and that's just how society ran. And you didn't really start talking about Tesla until they introduced their self-driving cars. And that's when it was a real game changer for people, and they really opened their eyes to this new future of cars. I mean, when people were talking about self-driving cars in the future, it was like no one believed you, and here we are in the 2010s, 2020s with self-driving cars. And Tesla introduced that, and it was going towards the future and building what cars would look like and what roads would look like in the future. According to Forbes, Tesla has started this electric car race. And while Tesla was the first to introduce electric cars, to introduce self-driving cars, you see all these other companies trying to compete with them because they know that the future is electric cars as well. And they want to make it more easier, more accessible. Even though they might not have the technology that Tesla might have for self-driving cars, they definitely want to move towards the electric cars and make those more accessible. For example, you have companies like Ford, Toyota, Chevy, Jeep even, that are providing electric cars. And when you think about those companies that I just listed, you think of a very American affordable car. You see middle-class families driving the Jeeps, Toyotas, Hondas, Chevys all the time. I mean, the Chevy and the Ford are like the most standard American middle-class car you can get, in my opinion. And you see these cars introducing electric cars, and it makes you really think. This is what they want to push towards these kind of people, and this is what is going to change the world. In the next 5 to 10 years, you're going to see middle-class families driving electric cars, and I'm certain about that, because you see all these middle-class families getting easier access to it because the prices are going down, and over time, in the next 5 to 10 years, like I said, the prices are going to go exponentially down because of supply and demand. I mean, the more people want them, the more they're going to create them. And society knows, especially I feel like in this year you can really appreciate electric cars because the gas prices have been extremely high this past year, and people are sick and tired. I mean, I'm currently in Hawaii, and the gas prices here are $6 a gallon. If you go to California, it is $7, $8, $9, it goes up to $10 a gallon. I mean, they recently are starting to go down, but no one should be paying $10 a gallon. Personally, I drive a hybrid, and I still spend $50 on a full tank, and 2 years ago, it was maybe like $20-$30. You see society getting tired of these gas prices, and it's talked about in the Washington Price. In 2022, people are sick of gas prices, and while gas prices should be lowered, we should be thinking gas isn't really that reliable, in my opinion. The Washington Post talks about it. Gas is a fossil fuel. There's not a lot of access to it because most of our access in America is foreign entities. And when you have foreign entities such as the Russian-Ukraine situation, gas prices are exponentially higher now because of that. And that is not something that we can control. So now we're looking at electric cars, and more people have bought Teslas in the past year and a half than ever because of this gas price situation. So the Washington Post really highlights that the gas prices are definitely a leading factor towards they're done with gas. They want to go electric. And I recently interviewed my dad for this speech because he recently bought a Tesla. We had an Acura MDX, which, if you're not familiar, it is a SUV and it is a gas guzzler. And the gas prices and the fact that it's an old car was really, really the turning factor for my dad to buy a Tesla. And I asked him, what were your top 3 points? And he said gas prices, the fact that Teslas are more efficient, they're more long-term efficient, and that they're better for the environment. And they're just easier to drive, easier to take care of. You don't have to go to the gas station all the time. You just charge it at home. It's all in your control. Tesla has also changed the game by introducing itself as an auto company, but also a software company. The Tesla cars use a very, very complex autopilot software that only is run by Tesla, the company. There are instances where if Tesla picks up that you were driving too recklessly, they will literally take away your self-driving and autopilot. They can take away, they can do stuff. Their company is so powerful, and they are competing with software companies such as Apple, Samsung. They have really come out of nowhere and changed the world. And that's what I believe, that Tesla has completely changed the automobile industry. I mean, with the gas prices the way they are today, you really have seen that change where people are done with gas. Like, they don't want to get gas anymore. And Tesla has introduced this new wave of cars and technology that people are really interested in. And you're going to see a lot more people driving electric cars. And that is all because of Tesla. That can all be rooted to Tesla. And so I believe that Tesla has really changed the automobile industry for the best, for consumers and for the planet. Thank you.